Hey guys, Wildman TX here. I'm going to show you my second war raid. You can see that our team is losing pretty bad. We're down 17 to 56 at the time of this recording. So I'm going to go for a solid 4-star. I am an Enlightenment level Town Hall, and so is my opponent. I am the 5th on the map, and I'm attacking up to the 3rd on the map. I'm going to use my standard troop composition at 25 Praetorian Fusiliers. That's my meat shield. 46 Musketeers. That's going to keep my cannons alive as they do the majority of the damage, and it's going to be my 3 supply wagons that are going to do the most of healing to keep my musketeers alive. You see I also have 2 sabotages, a strength of the gladiator, in addition to a first aid and a protect spell. The reason I say I'm going for a solid 4-star is because of the base layout. It's not too bad on this base. You see the town center in there in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to drop it right here on the top right hand of the screen. I want to make sure that my troops do not go down there on the bottom left hand of the screen. I'm going to drop them up on the right hand of the screen, top right, see if I can get them to go into that center core. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my musketeers first. My Praetorian Fusiliers first. They're going to be my meat shield, do the majority of the initial damage to clear the path, so that my musketeers can be dropped without any kind of fear of them dying. Your supply wagons and your cannons go after that in an effort to keep your musketeers alive, and at this point you're just dropping everything else. You see I just dropped my wall sapper, and it took out that wall right there in the bottom of the screen, because that's the box I'm trying to get into in order to take care of my town hall. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to show you that the majority of my group here is in the middle of my screen, though there is a group that's kind of veering off to the top of the base, and that's perfectly fine. Since this is my largest group, I'm going to drop my Protect and my Strength of the Gladiator to give them added stats. And I'm going to go ahead and focus in on this Town Hall just to make sure I get that. But you notice I am not quick enough. I am about 18 seconds too late in order to get that 5th star, that quick victory star. But that is perfectly fine, because in this particular base layout, the only way to get that quick victory is to focus heavily on the town center. And 9 times out of 10, what happens if you focus straight on that town center is you will bunch your guys up too closely. You notice I just dropped the sabotage spell on the mortar. It's because those mortars are what's going to do the most damage to this particular troop composition. All those musketeers that are keeping your cannons alive are pretty susceptible to mortars. So you're going to drop a second sabotage there to freeze the mortars, and then before it gets out again, it's going to be pretty close to being dead. But with this particular raid, what I'm looking for is 100% 4-star. If I get that 5th, that's perfectly fine. But most of your war attacks, if you can 4-star all your bases, then you're going to win. The problem comes when you get some of your clan mates, some of the people in your alliance that aren't too sure about troop compositions, and they think they have to focus in on that town center so much to where they bunch up all their troops and they just get hosed. So sometimes it's better just to let an attack develop like this. You notice that top group that's just been kind of moseying around the top is coming around from the bottom. Besides that initial rally feature that I used on the town hall, I'm not going to rally my troops again, because I was pretty satisfied with where my troops were going. My supply carts were in the back, and at this point you notice that all of the defensive buildings have already been destroyed. That's why you have all of the green numbers at the bottom of the screen. You notice that I was able to keep most of my troops. I was able to keep all 3 supply wagons alive, only lost 1 cannon, and I lost most of my Praetorian Fusiliers, but you knew that was going to happen, and I lost only 2 out of every 3 musketeers. So that's a pretty successful raid. 4 stars for my clan, and hopefully we will be able to pull this war out.